All right, today what we're going to do is we're going to check out how to use our Gradebook program, Gradebook/attendance, which is going to be Pinnacle. It's got the Scantron symbol up there in the upper left-hand corner. This is grades and attendance. SMS Power School is a different application. So right here, you're just going to log in. My credentials are ready to go. I'm just going to go ahead and log in here. And this is the first screen that you're going to see. This is your home page, your landing spot. If there's anything the district wants us to be super duper aware of, it'll be right inside this area right here. Please pay attention if they put a message in there. It's usually somewhat important. And then to go through the Gradebook program, there's a few things that you're going to do. Number one, you're just going to take attendance. And you can see I've taken attendance today. Remember, no shows at the beginning of the year. Students who you have never seen in your class. Once they show up, they're present, and then after that, they are the U for absent unexcused. So I do have one no-show student this period. The rest of my kids were here today. It's really easy to take attendance. I'll go to a class, haven't done it yet. If you'll notice the all present button over here, you can strike that button, click that button, and then you can come through and change things around. So if somebody's tardy or absent or whatever, or if you have a no-show situation. So it really is, you just click on what's going on. This is probably something also that you don't want to have available on your smart board for the kids, because they may, or that sometimes there are notes over here on the side that can be seen, and sometimes those need to be private. But should a student walk in late, let's say it's this kiddo right here, I can add a comment. This is the 4th time this week. So you can leave a note to help you keep up with what the children are doing. This is a comment that stays then with that student, and it shows up on different reports that happen. So that's the attendance part, all right? The other thing that you're going to do a lot with this is take attendance, and you're going to do Gradebook stuff. So in Gradebook, that's this guy right here. You click onto Gradebook, and it takes you then to a different screen, which is very similar looking. Okay, and then to create an assignment, you just click the new button, and you can create however many assignments you want. You can put all of your assignments in for the semester right now, and we're going to talk about that. But here in Edmond, we have to give a final. School board policy is that we have to give a final. So if you will click options, okay, and what we're going to do is we have to add categories, because in Edmond, we have to give a final, and it has to count as part of their grade. So we're going to categorize our assignments, and we're going to weight our categories. So I'm going to have 2 categories this year because of the way that I've got my set up with things in calculus, and I'm just going to call this calculus work. Calculus work. All right. This is going to hold all their tests. It's going to hold all their quizzes. It's going to hold all their homework. But the way that I got my class set up this year, I'm not going to have a ton of different categories running around. The weight on this is going to be an 80. So that means that this gets 80% of the grade. I'm not going to worry about drop scores right now, because again, the way I've got my class set up, I don't want that. However, if you have a test category, you can drop the lowest score or drop the highest score if you have a quiz category or whatever. So I can pick a color for this. There it is. Save it. And now I've got my first category. The other category that every teacher must have this one, is the semester final. I always like to make this one red. I don't know why. And it has to be weighted at 20% of the overall grade. Leave the 2 drops as 0. Okay. Once this is done, if you'll click save, and then you can come in and you can check mark these 2 guys, and you can copy them to whatever other classes you want to copy them to. Now I'm working in my 5th period, and you can see it right here, P5. So I'm going to click for 3 and 6. I'm going to save that. And now those categories have been automatically transferred into those courses. That's it. You have to set your categories up. They have to be weighted with at least 20% of the final. Check with your department to see what the different weights will be. They will help you out. All right. Back to the Gradebook now. I'm ready to do my first assignment. And when I click on an assignment, I get to give it a description. So this is going to be whatever it's going to be for you, Shakespeare or first project or vocabulary 101, whatever it's going to be. So mine will be like homework, textbook 1.1 textbook. Now, one of the options you have in here is this normal grading scale, so there's nothing to change there. Your categories go here, and you need to put the assignment in the appropriate category or your grades will not be computed correctly. So if this is a test, make sure you're in the test category. If it's homework, make sure you're in the homework or quiz or however your categories are set up. Just make sure that you identify that assignment with the correct category. Now, the date assigned, you can put that down, and the second that assigned date shows up, the parents can see it on PIV. So if you want to go ahead and preload your entire semester, make sure that your assigned date shows up at the right time. If you create all of your assignments and they all have an assigned date of the 21st, then your parents will look at all of these empty grades for the whole semester and just wonder what in the heck is going on. So double check that. Your due date, of course, is easy. Your max value, so if this is a 25-point assignment, I put a 25-point assignment in. If you are going to do any sort of weight value specifically to an assignment, not a category, but to a specific assignment, like maybe you just have one category and tests are twice what homework is, then you just down here in the weight, you would put a 2. This will not apply to very many of you. Most of you are going to have a weight of 1. The categories are already weighted in another space, okay? So that's where the weight would go, and then you just click you can go over here to classes and you can go, hey, I need to put this in these other classes. And then once you tell this classes where to go with this assignment, once you tell this assignment where to go with your classes, then you can just hit save and new. And now you've got that assignment in those classes you chose. You're ready to create a new one. And that really is all there is to it for the assignment part. There is some extra stuff, so if you want to add a narrative like exactly what's going on, that's no problem at all. And if you want to go ahead and preload the checking, if you're going to do several assignments at once, you can do that as well. Okay. The other thing that's important that you need to be aware of are the different reports that you can run through Pinnacle. And when you click the reports button, it takes you to a page that looks like this. So click new reports, and I've already got some starred. These are really, really good reports, okay? The empty class grade sheet, the grade sheet, the progress report, and the student assignment report are all excellent reports. And they're down here in grading. So if you click the grading, the plus sign, it brings the drop-down category. And notice I've clicked the star. So if there's a specific report that you like better than the others, go ahead and click that star, and it'll mark it as a favorite so that you've got it later. So if you're going to print that empty a grade sheet, it's going to show all the grades for students in a grid because you want to post the grades for kids to see. Remember that they have the right to privacy of their grade, so the only thing you need to make sure you do is check that public posting option. This will post their grade by student number randomly, so nobody technically knows. Pick the course you want, the semester you want your active students, pick your assignments, and then all you got to do is hit the print button. It really is just that easy. And lastly, and one of the most important things that you need to do is you need to make sure that your information is in here. So we're going to go to home and we're going to click to edit profile. Go to home and edit profile. We are in the Central Time Zone. And I'm going to put my phone number in here, 726-6886. All right, and this is going to be my work phone. I want to add that guy. Make sure that your email address is correct, and then save it. Because what this does is this. Please choose one of the emails a primary email. This is work. All right, can I save that? Well, this is interesting. Very interesting. It won't let me save it until it's there we go, primary. Okay, now save it. And my profile has been updated, and the parents can now get in, and they have access to my phone number and email if they have any questions. That's Gradebook. There's a few more cool things you can do in there if you need to, but this will get you by, and actually this will let you do everything you need to do that's required by the school district, okay?